Hi, and welcome to Acting is Everything. I'm Judy Kerr, and I'm continuing my interview with Scott Sedita, who has written Scott Sedita's Guide to Making It in Hollywood, the 3 steps to success and the 3 steps to failure.
Ooh,
Here's Scott Sedita.
I think I should stand like this.
Yes, right. Scott was agent, casting director, now acting coach.
The last 10 years, huh?
Right, and the last time that we talked on air, we were talking about your book, The 8 Characters of Comedy.
So much has happened with that book.
It has,
Yeah.
and so how did you come to, because at that time you were never writing another book.
Right. Well, actually, The 8 Characters of Comedy is doing well. That's number 1. It's become a textbook in universities and colleges, which is, I'm so proud of the technique. And this book actually is something that I have been talking about and lecturing on for years. I'm an acting coach, but one of the things that I bring to the game, so to speak, is my experience as an agent and casting director. One of the things that we do at the studio is, the little slogan we have is where the craft and the career come together. So I'm very career oriented. I believe in the craft of acting, and that should be first, but, and then I put the career on top of that. And due to the fact that that's just my history. I was an agent for almost 10 years. I was a casting director. That informs who I am and how I can help actors. So I've been talking about how to make it in Hollywood for a long time. I've been talking about talent, confidence, and perseverance. You know, I've been.
And those are the 3 steps to success. Well, what about luck?
You know, first of all,
don't we all want to be lucky?
Well,
Get
that's
lucky?
No, that's actually a very good question, because a lot of industry out here would actually say it's all about luck, that it doesn't matter, there's nothing to do with talent, confidence, or perseverance. And first of all, I believe in luck. I believe in our personal lives. I believe in karma, fate, and destiny, or luck. I believe that, but I believe in luck. You know, when you win the lottery, you're lucky. When you leave a car accident and you're unscathed. Or recently I was driving down the street going a little too fast, and I looked to my right and there was a cop car, and I thought, oh God, but as I was speeding through, he looked the other way. That's lucky. But when it comes to an acting career and an actor's pursuit, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. And actors need to really realize that. You need to be prepared. You need to do the work for opportunity to come, so when opportunity comes. Because opportunity will come. There will be many chances and opportunity to come your way. You just need to make sure that you're prepared for that.
What kind of opportunities? Some people think those are very rare.
No, they're not rare at all. And the thing is that we make our opportunities. See, we're in charge of our lucky breaks, because we can. The thing that you need to do as an actor, you need to prepare. And as you're preparing, and I mean preparing the craft of acting, but you're also preparing and letting people know that you are an actor, that you are doing this work, that you are putting yourself out there. And you need to do that on a continual basis, because then you'll be preparing not just for your craft, but you'll be preparing for your career. And you need to constantly be putting yourself out there, whether it's a showcase or a casting director seminar or doing a demo reel. That's preparing. Or industry functions, is constantly putting yourself out there, because you're telling the universe, I'm ready, I'm preparing, I'm ready, because then there will be an opportunity. And opportunities always come. The problem is that when they come and you're not prepared, then
they fly away.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is that they're not going to come and knock on your door and ask you to be in a movie?
No. No,
That
no,
isn't how it works?
No, that doesn't work. That's not how it works. And unfortunately, one in thousands does that happen to, and that's the idea behind perseverance as well. No one's going to come knocking on your door. But I do believe in the idea of preparation meets opportunity and the idea of luck. I think that's important because the more you stay in the game, the more you put yourself out there, the more doors will open for opportunity. And listen, I've been in this business for 25 years, so when I talk about that, it's because I've seen so many people have successes. I've seen those people from my time as an agent, from my time as a casting director, from my time as an acting coach. I've seen how people become successful.
Well, just in your very beginnings when you were an agent, you were Courtney Cox's agent in New York.
Absolutely. Matt LeBlanc, Christopher Maloney, Dylan Walsh. And Dylan Walsh is a great story. Dylan Walsh is the star of Nip Tuck. I represented Dylan Walsh when he was 21 years old. And he got out a 4-year program, acting program. He came to New York. He worked and prepared, and then he got a couple of gigs, and then he got a big break. It was a movie. Then after the movie, it kind of slowed down for him. Not that it slowed down because he always worked as an actor. He was always working as an actor. But he didn't have that success that he had in that movie. He was guest starring, he did arcs on TV shows, he did many independent films, but it wasn't until he was 40 years old that Nip Tuck came along. And there he is on a hit show. He's been doing it for quite a few years now. And he stayed in the game, and that is part of what you need to do. You need to be a lifer. It's not about being a 6-monther or a 1-yearer or 3-yearer. You're doing it for life. This is what you're doing. And this could go with not just acting, with anything you want to do. You have to become a lifer in what you want to do.
One of the success stories, or are we calling these success stories in the back of the book? Yeah, success stories. Isn't that interesting? That's the name of that chapter. And one of them interested me a lot, and I know you went to Boston University, and you really mixed with some well-known celebrities.
Right. I went to Boston University as an actor, and I was there for 2 years. And after my second year of being in the acting program, I kind of looked at myself amongst the other actors, and what I saw, one of the things you see when you go to acting school, at least for me, you see varying degrees of talent, you see varying degrees of confidence, and you see varying degrees of perseverance. And one of the things I really realized right then and there—
And those happen to be the
three steps to success, absolutely. But one of the things you realize is that you need to want it. And for me, I wasn't sure if I wanted it that much. And in order to be in this business and be an actor, you need to really want it. And there was actors there who I immediately saw wanted it. And one of them is one of the success stories that you like.
Right. Yes, it's one of my favorite. Well, I think it demonstrates all 3 of those steps to success.
Right.
But I think the perseverance.
Absolutely, perseverance is really.
Tell us that story.
Should I give the name first, or should I not?
No.
Okay. Well, there was
at the end you'll give the name. You can give his.
His name was Jay, and Jay was a really terrific actor.
He was a dorm mate.
He was a dorm mate, and he was a terrific actor, and stocky build, had a sense of confidence about himself that was already instilled in him in his childhood. Plus, he was loaded with talent. And I wasn't sure how much perseverance he had until I witnessed it firsthand. He always did well in acting classes. In one particular acting class, he worked on a Shakespearean monologue, and after the monologue, the teacher uncharacteristically ripped into him. Whether he didn't go deep enough, or the characterization was off, whatever it was a wrong choice. It was very rare for us students to see that Jay was getting such negative feedback. And so after class, I saw him in the dorm, and I went up to him and I said, "I'm really sorry that you got such negative feedback. Why don't we go and have a pity party?" well, let's go out, have some coffee or beer, and he said, no, I got other things to do, I got things to do. And I thought to myself, well, I'll go have the pity party then. So I went out and I had a couple of beers for Jay, and I got back and I went up to his dorm room because I heard his shouting, his voice, loud, and I opened the door to his dorm room and I immediately felt this warmth in the room. I felt like I could smell sweat and like as if he was working out, and I saw him pacing and he was very intense and he was working on his Shakespearean monologue. And you could tell that he had been working on it for a while. And I closed the door and went into my dorm room, which is interesting because my dorm room, there was no sweat going on. It was cool and it was clean and it was talking about want. The next day in class, Jay asked to do his monologue again, and the teacher said, you need probably more time with it. There's no need to do it. No, I really want to do it. So he said, go up, and he did it. He paused before he did it. He did the monologue, and after it was over, there was this hush over the room. And then the teacher started to applaud him. And we all started to applaud. He had nailed it. It was terrific work. And it was at that moment that I thought, wow, that's what it takes to be an actor. He got the criticism. Some could take it as rejection. He felt disappointed, I'm sure, but he took that and went and started to work on that. He worked on his craft. He worked on that monologue over and over and over again. He practiced, practiced, practiced. And then he brought it back and fought to get it seen again. And he nailed it. And that's not just about what one needs to do as an actor in craft, but you need to transfer that into a career.
And has he transferred that into a career?
Yes, he did, because Jay Greenspan turned into Jason Alexander, star of Seinfeld. He's a Tony Award-winning actor. And, the funny thing about it, and he's directing all over the place, and he's a terrific guy. Yeah. He's really a great guy. Yeah, he's a generous, terrific guy. He's an actor's actor.
Right. And for the audience, I was the dialogue coach on Seinfeld.
Yeah, that's right. You know Jason. Yes, you do. Wow.
But Jason had a photographic mind, and so
he did?
Yes.
Wow.
And so he was not rehearsing the lines in what he was doing. Mm-hmm. In fact, I accused him the last show of learning the script before he looked at it, because he would read it once and really have it down and the cues memorized. And he was great because, and in fact, I even was the coach on his show, the short-lived show, because we would love to just gossip. He would run through the script maybe once or twice, and then we would gossip.
Yeah, but I have to tell you something. He's a professional. He's been doing this for a very long time. Kelsey Grammer is the same way. Many of these stars who've been doing it for years and years and years have their own way of approaching a show, whether it's a single-camera comedy or a multi-camera comedy or a drama. And it takes a really long time to get to that point where you can read the script, where you inherently understand what's going on, the want, the obstacle.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No, he would still figure out that.
Oh, he would. I know that he would do. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm only talking about lines.
Right. Right.
Which were never a problem for him. So what I want to reiterate for the audience is it was the acting technique. It was his want. It was all of that work that he had to do. It wasn't memorizing the lines.
Right.
So many beginning actors think that it's all about learning your lines, and of course that's the last thing that.
Well, he went to, in Boston University, that was a 4-year program that was an acting school where you acted every single day for 6, 7, 8 hours a day, and then you went home and you rehearsed. Actors don't realize when they come to LA that they have somehow, some way need to at least match that practice time and class time.
Right.
And, they don't.
Right. What